So hello and welcome back to my channel. If you do not know, my name is Ollie and today's video is part 2 of an LGBT Q&A. See, that sounds really weird because obviously that'd be LGBTQIA+, but it's not. It's an LGBT Q&A. You know what I mean. So I asked you guys over on my intro to send in some questions and this is what you got. Also, I'd like to add that I am filming this during Pride Month, so happy Pride Month everyone. I hope you're all well, I hope you're all proud, I hope you're living your best life. So let's get on with the video. The first one is, do you feel like the gay community is toxic? The main put, because I do. Okay, well first of all, I find it really sad that you find it toxic because it's like anything, like everything has its toxic sides and its non-toxic sides. So I find it really sad that you find the whole gay community toxic. I personally don't, because I've never had a toxic experience in the gay community, where I do know a lot of people that have, and I know there's a lot. I mean, maybe I have, but maybe I just don't notice things because I kind of stay in my lane and keep myself to myself. I'm always trying to be happy for people, I'm always trying to like celebrate everyone else, whereas for me, I don't want to spend my time like thinking bad about people or being jealous of people kind of thing. I mean, you can't stereotype them, but I know in the gay community there's a lot of essentially bitchiness that goes on. I've seen a lot of it, but I don't think that's the gay community. I think that's just there's people in life who are like that. So for me personally, no, I don't think it's toxic, but I know there's definitely toxic elements. There's also the entire healthy element. We all try and celebrate each other and uplift each other. All of that, like just celebrate and be proud of who everyone is and how far people have come. I think it depends which side you focus on, whereas for me, I always try and focus on celebrating people and uplifting people and all of that. So to summarise, yes, there are definitely toxic elements in the gay community, like there is in every single community possible. I think it just depends on which side you kind of try and focus in or what you surround yourself with. So the next one is, how can I be a good ally? I think that one's great. I think that one's really important because yes, it's okay for like the LGBTQIA+ people to like fight for their rights and be proud of who we are. Like when you've got people who aren't part of the community, who have never suffered or would suffer that in like oppression or discrimination or anything, like it's really important, I think, to have people who aren't going through it to also support. So for me, I think to be a good ally, it's supporting in terms of like talking to them. If you hear your friends or anyone say like a slur, you correct them, or if they say something wrong, you just correct them. You don't have to argue or whatever, but like correcting people and trying to guide people down the right path of like acceptance and understanding. I think that's how you be a good ally. You do your research, you understand stuff, and you speak up when it's needed, and then you stay quiet when it's not needed. Personally, that's what I think. And I think just celebrating and loving everyone, you be a good ally. You just support and you love, and you just don't judge. That's my kind of thing, I think. So this next one is a two-part, so I'll insert them both, and it is, I'm my mum's only child and gay. I have struggled with feeling guilty about how she will never have normal grandchildren. Also not out, so I don't know how she would feel about this either. Advice, love you. So thank you, I love you too. So the first bit about having normal grandchildren, I think that is ridiculous because like, yes, it's not done in a male and a female's way, but if you're looking after a child, no matter if it's a baby, a toddler, whatever age you take on this child, or you could even have a surrogate child kind of thing, or however legally, don't like take with a child obviously, but like however you come to having a child, whether it's like surrogate, adoption, fostering, whatever, that child is yours. Like it's under your responsibility. It's like you love that child, so that child is yours. So yes, it's not you and a woman or you and a man like creating the child together. So what? As long as you're loving it, like looking after it, all of that, then it is your child and it is still a normal grandchildren. And I think so as long as you love that child and you take it on as your own, that child is yours. And if anyone says anything otherwise, get them out of your life. They are not worth it, believe me, because that child is yours. You love them, you'll raise them, and they will love you exactly like for who you are. So, and second of all, it's really hard to say things like this because I don't know your mother, I don't know where you're from, I don't know your upbringing, I don't know anything like that. From my experience and every experience I've ever seen, parents love you no matter what. Sometimes it might be a shock, sometimes they might have to like adjust to it, but they love you no matter what, and all they really want for you is to be happy. So I think when the time's right, you build up the courage, you're really ready to just try your best to talk to your mum, because I'm sure she will love you no matter what, and she'll be proud of you for like being who you are, because I am proud of you. I'm sure your mum will, because I don't even know you, but I'm sure your mum, who loves you very much, will be proud of you regardless of who you love, because that's all it is. So don't worry, just embrace it. So this next one is, who did you come out to first and how? And this entire story and more, this sounds like I'm promoting my video, which I am, but like to explain it fully, this whole story and more is in my coming out video, which features my mum, who I did come out to first. And if you don't know how and what happened and all of that, it is in that video, so I'll link that down below. And it's a good video actually, I like that video a lot. If you want to know how and why and all of that, why I came out, it's in that video. Someone said, is sexuality on a spectrum? Now personally for me, I think it is, because I say like, until you have met every single person in the world, how can you honestly know you're not attracted to a single person of the same sex or of anything like that? Do you know what I mean? Because like, you may think inside you that you are straight or that you are gay or whatever, but you never know. Like there could be that one person one day who sways your mind or anything like that. So I think it's on a spectrum. So the next one is advice for someone who's scared for their first time. Honestly, don't overthink it. I think everyone is nervous for their first time, so so don't worry, that's normal. Just make sure you're doing it when you are ready, when you are happy to, and like when you feel comfortable enough to do it. Don't be pressured into it. If you don't want to, you say no and you move on. Like, make sure you're using it safely and like protection, all of that, like cover all of those basic grounds. And then once you feel like you are ready, you are doing it safely, like it's a person you want to do it with and whatever, then just go with the flow. Just enjoy it. Don't be nervous. Don't feel pressured to be a certain way or whatever. Go with it. Just relax. It's meant to be a good experience. I mean, just don't put pressure on. Don't overthink it. Don't worry. Don't like, oh, what if I'm not this, or what if I don't do that? Like, clear mind, go in, have fun safely and all of that. But you know, someone's also said, does anything still affect you now? You seem so confident with who you are. Yes, I am confident with who I am. Like, I am confident with who I am, but it's not, I've not always been confident with who I am. And there are still moments where I'm like, okay, because like when you go to a new place, whether it's like a new job or a bar or a restaurant or the train or whatever, you never know the day-to-day people that you might come into. And I'd be lying if I said right now that I don't, not every day, but like when I go to a new environment or a new place or something, in my head, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't there that like, okay, what if I meet someone who's homophobic or someone who doesn't like me for who I am? It kind of comes into my mind, but then I'm kind of like, okay, well, if they don't like me for who I am or anything like that, they're not worth it, and I'll remove myself from a situation, or they will, like, whatever, like, it's fine. If you're homophobic, that's a you issue. Like, that is not a me issue whatsoever. That is your own ignorance and lack of education. That's probably the thing that affects me most, but it doesn't affect me where I'm like, I can't go somewhere. I mean, did it used to at some points? Yes, it did. Now, I don't care. If you're worried that people aren't gonna like you for because you're gay, bi, lesbian, pan, trans, anything, that is their issue, and that is their loss in life, because you're unique, you're you, you're proud. Like, they have clearly got their own issues somewhere in them that they are just unhappy, and that's how you have to look at it. That's why I look at it. Like, if you don't like me for loving someone, you are clearly very unhappy in yourself. So the final one I'm going to answer is how to be monogamous in the day of Grindr and other site. I've never ever been on a single dating site, never had my own account, which reminds me, I've been sent a few messages, I saw you on Grindr, I saw you on Tinder. I don't have a single dating app. I never have, and I probably never ever will. So if you see me on any dating app that is not me, report it, block it. Well, it's not me, so just beware that it is not me. But how to be monogamous, I think you just find the person who's for you, which obviously is like, that's so much easier said than done. But for me, I've been in a 4-year relationship, I'm in a monogamous relationship. There's like a stigma where LGBT people, I think, hook up and then go away and then like just they don't settle down, which isn't true, because when I think about a lot of LGBT people that I know, 8 out of 10 of them are in relationships and have been for a long time. So I think if you're new to the dating scene and you're coming across a few people who are just like looking for like a hook up, then it will probably give you that impression. But honestly, stick with it, kiss your frogs or whatever, move on. But one day you will find the person for you, and you'll settle down, and you'll be together for a while or forever, and it's great. Honestly, it's not that bad at all, trust me. It's like normal dating, because that's all it is. You're just dating until you find the one for you. That's all it is. That is all of them that I'm going to answer. A lot of them are how do I come out and help for coming out, advice for coming out, things like that, which I get that. I do actually DM a lot of people back with me, message me things like this, because I know how hard it is, and I love like helping you all and trying to help you, guide you, and come out and things like that. I always reply to like DMs and stuff like that, so if you do struggle, if you are struggling, if I haven't answered your question in this, DM me it and like we'll chat. Like, I'll help you. I'll do what I can. But apart from that, I hope this video helped you. I really do, because I know how important things like this is and talk about and normalize. So I hope it helped you a lot. I really do. And like I say, DM me if you got any more, because things like this, obviously it means a lot to me. Like, I've been there, I've done that. Like 9 out of 10, I probably struggle with the same things you're struggling through. So DM me and let's chat. Don't be scared. But apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for sending in your questions. Make sure to smash a like button if you enjoyed today's video, and subscribe to the channel down below so you don't miss another video from me. And I will see you very soon with another video. Oh, and happy Pride Month. Bye.